of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the first, just let the record show.
It's week 2 of the National Football League, and the spotlight is on Roquan Smith. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Ravens and the Jags, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 23.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 29, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. From the gun, Jackson. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now that's all for the surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. And Jackson throwing once more. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They can probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup, threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of their stride?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Good footwork at the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Amuakin. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense. Can you keep up with us?
Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second down, here's an option right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Here's Jackson to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Agnew now to return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. Their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
On second down, ETN once more. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. These two teams all tied after 1. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A gain of 3, second down. The Jaguars had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Back to the ground with ETN. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
from the 16. Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Handoff running left is Etienne. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Toss left side for Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? Formula that got them down there the first time. Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Foyesade and American. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. A throw he probably shouldn't have made. Rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you've cut down your field in a big way significantly. And the guys who play the 2nd and 3rd level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover. And they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley from 19 yards away. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end end zone. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, right
there he goes, right side, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Here we go.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Like somebody thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw again is Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the 1st down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drip back towards the 1st down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Josh Allen coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They go play action with Lawrence. Rolling to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give him a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 35.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the 1st half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
ETN is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does. At least
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now in Jacksonville. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Jackson's throw brought in here by Bateman. And they'll work this down inside the 30. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things down.
In this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
Open man Hamler, that's complete.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Devin Duvernay
from 6 yards away.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
He'll find Bateman once more. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
In a 2-score game, obviously every play, every 3rd down like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Gus Edwards, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the 1st down. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Another tote for ETN. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Foreman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
They run the toss now to ETN.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Back to throw, Lawrence.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realizes there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this with Charles would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the whole quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from